Trubo. I'll tell you about life the way I know it, the way I lived it. I don't have any political aspirations or affiliations. I don't belong to a church or any kind of special group. I speak truth to power without paper, pen, or apology.
You want truth? Do you want truth?
Yeah.
Do you want the truth?
Yeah.
You can't handle the truth. Oh, I'm just serious. Funny thing about truth, once you know it, you can't unknow it. Now what you do with the truth after you know it, even if you choose to do nothing, has consequences. It's time for us to stop being bystanders and standing by and let other people make all the decisions about our lives. We're going to do some historical house cleaning today. What's today's date? June 19th. What does that mean? Juneteenth. So we know what Juneteenth is. And we know we're going to celebrate. But why should we celebrate Juneteenth? We have to honor those African ancestors who survived the institution of bondage. And just because they're not here doesn't mean we can't speak for them. Don't tell me about no statute of limitations. Because if they was here, what would they say? I'm probably the last man standing because I was there and I'm still here. Now the bigger question is, how should we celebrate? Now this is good. Too simple. There's praising, there's dancing, there's eating. Got to be some eating. We understand, but each year that we celebrate Juneteenth is a time to examine our freedom. To ask ourselves, what kind of freedom do we got? And what are we going to do with that freedom? We have social freedom. There was a time when it was illegal for more than 3 black people to be assembled. Can you imagine? They caught us all off to jail in this room. This whole business of divide and conquer has really done a number on us. Divided us in so many different ways. You got this and I got that. I'm bigger, I'm better, I'm lighter, I'm darker. All kind, male, female, just separated. So many different ways. How do we deal with that? We've got to find a way, somehow, to bring ourselves together. We have religious freedom. We can worship God the way we choose. Although we're not a monolithic group, I don't expect us all to go to the same church. But why do we have so many churches? I would like to see the church join the church. It is time for us to consolidate our resources whenever possible. So here's what you do. You go to your different churches. This is real talk. This stuff you can do. And you come up with a plan. You come up with a project in your community. Something that you say, we're going to do this, we're going to fix this. I ain't talking about the building fund, that's going to keep going. Something else, tangible, all right? And you get with another church, and they'll say, we're going to do this together. And don't stop until you get it completed. How about that for Juneteenth? So don't just wait for June 19th. It happens all year round. Okay, that's the difference of this holiday. Okay, all year round, and then Juneteenth itself will be double special. They have political freedom. Our people died for the right to vote, only because they thought the vote would change things. They died for the right to vote only because they thought the vote would change things. Look around you. Is this the change that they died for? Say amen. Amen. Or say ouch. We have got to get more from our officials. And we have to demand it. Economic freedom. What can I say? Yes, we should have gotten thousands of acres of land 150 years ago. There was talk. to make Oklahoma the first black and Indian state. It was the worst part of the country. We're going to give that to the blacks and the Indians. But what happened? Anybody know? Who said it? They found oil. And it was probably some poor black man that discovered that oil. So you know what happened to him. What kind of freedom did we get? Was it white folks' freedom? The kind of freedom that lets you come and go as you please. Let you do what you want to do. And give you the things to do it with. To be all you can be without somebody trying to stop you or trying to kill you. What kind of freedom did we get? We have to recognize that the end of chattel slavery, gave birth to a new kind of slavery for many African Americans that persist to this day. And we'd be here all night to talk about the different ways in which slavery has manifested itself on our watch. We've watched them parade our kids off to jail. We've watched them fill our communities with drugs and lock them up. We watched them drop off weapons into the neighborhood, and when those weapons were pointed at each other, it was no public outcry. And that happened on our watch. You can't wait for someone to free you. You have got to free yourself.